How's it going? Tobin, back in the den, Blade Battles, episode 2, the first with the new format. Let's just dive right into it. If you have any questions, feel free to use my link tree below to reach out to me or leave a comment and I'll happily answer it. But just for time's sake, rather than wasting people's time with explaining the format in too much detail, I'll just drop in a few nuggets here and there and get through this so it doesn't take all day. Let's go! Blade Battles, episode 2, Gillette Silver Blue versus Gillette Platinum. Been working on this for over a year now. Got a whole bunch of these ready to go. I love both of these blades. First thing we're going to talk about is the coating and then the thickness. So, according to the manufacturer, I haven't tested the metals myself, the Gillette Silver Blue has a polymer, PTFE, commonly known as Teflon. The Gillette Platinum allegedly has platinum. There's debate about that. We don't have time for that in this video. We're just going to go with what the manufacturer says. Procter & Gamble says it's platinum. That's what we're going with. So we have in the red corner, or the blue corner, we have polymer PTFE. And in the right red corner, we have platinum. Now, both of these, they have the exact same measurements in terms of thickness. So that thickness is 0.004 of an inch, or if we convert that to the metric system, it's 0.10 millimeters. That is the industry standard as of 2025. That's just the average thickness. There are thicker blades. We'll talk about that in future videos and how that might be applicable or benefit your shave. So just know that 0.10 millimeters, and it's like 0.116, is the exact measurement for an average blade today. It's changed over the decades. All right. So first thing I want to talk about is pricing and where I'm getting my value from. Amazon. I believe in supporting small business. A lot of the people that you are buying from on Amazon, though, are small businesses that you can even buy from direct, like Super Safety Razors, Razor Blade Club. The trouble with buying from artisans and vendors, if you're only going to buy one pack, I would recommend that you buy from them, right? So what I'm looking at is 100 packs, blades that I know I'm going to buy in bulk. I don't see, as a guy who's been doing this for over 10 years now, it doesn't benefit me to buy a pack or two at a time when that costs me $3 or $4, when I could just buy 100 of them for $10 or $20. So that's what I do, okay? So just know that this is all, my value is based upon 100 blades purchased at a time from Amazon. And I'll be putting that stuff up here on the screen like I've already been doing, right? Right. All right, so I've purchased the Gillette Silver Blue 8 times, 100 of them. So 800 blades. That's just for eBay, whole other story. When I was giving blades away on my eBay store, you want to check that out. It's in my link tree in the description. The price has actually gone down for both of these blades. The last time I bought was $13.89 in 2021. They're now selling for $13.30 for a 100 pack of Gillette Silver Blues. $13.30. The Gillette Platinums I've purchased 12 times, so 1,200 of them. $11.99 back in 2022. They're now selling for $9.99, and that is the reason why I will not recommend that, unless you have money to burn, that you do not purchase these 100 packs from vendors and artisans in the community. If you know my content, I'm a huge supporter of every artisan and vendor in this community. But the problem is if you look at West Coast Shaving, they're selling a 100 pack for $40 and like $50. And if you're rich and you're not blue collar like I am, and you're sitting on some fancy house on a hill, good for you. But I can't afford to do that when I know that I can spend $10 to $20 opposed to $40 or $50. So that's the only reason why I will be directing you guys to Amazon. I'm not going to profit from the sales on Amazon. I'm not an affiliate with Amazon at all. In fact, it would benefit me more if I did recommend you buy from the vendors and artisans in this community. But I'm not going to do that because I know most of you fall into the same category as myself, blue collar, paycheck to paycheck. The Gillette Silver Blues at $13.30. That comes out to 13 cents a blade. So if you do that 3 times, 4 cents. Or if you shave with the blade 3 times, that'd be about 4 cents per shave. 5 will make sense here in a minute, because that's what we're going to be focusing on. So if you get 5 shaves, that'd be 2.6 cents. So less than 3 cents per shave. The Gillette Platinum, $9.99 for 100. That comes out to 10 cents per blade. So if you do 3 shaves with it, that's 3.33 cents per shave. If you do 5 shaves with it, that's 2 cents per shave. All right, ready to get into the scoring. So with all these, right below you, get set up on the tripod, I've got notes that I've written down during these blade battles. With each blade, I want to get 3 shaves from every blade before the quality diminishes, before I notice a reduction in the performance of the blade. So with all of them, with every single blade that we do, that's going to be the target. A minimum of 3, but a maximum of 5. At 2 cents per shave, I really don't think it benefits. It doesn't behoove anyone to push it much beyond 5. Now, this is just for me. If you're a new wet shaver, just go, if it's only 1 shave, just go with the 1 shave. If it's 5 shaves, great, go with 5 shaves. Just when you start noticing that the blade is no longer performing like it once did, that is the final shave. For me, and in this series, we'll be focusing on 3 and 5. Get it, got it, good. So, some of the notes that I wrote down for the Gillette Silver Blue: it had a sharper edge than the Platinum. I found, and I'm using these in a wide variety of razors. If you're familiar with my content, I'm using some of the razors that you've seen me review in my razor review series. I'm putting it from mild to extremely efficient. With the Gillette Silver Blue, with some of the razors, I noticed that it had a bite to it if I wasn't careful. So it's got a sharp edge on the Gillette Silver Blue. I started to notice with some of the blades a reduction in the performance at about the 3rd shave. The Gillette Platinum, I have written down less drag, smoother, and more forgiving. Another note that I wrote down was that I felt like it was great for daily shaves, and it was a more approachable blade for a new wet shaver. And with it, I started to notice sometimes that the reduction happened about, the 4th shave. Okay, so I got my scoring system here. We're going to score sharpness, smoothness, durability, and value, and that value is based upon the Amazon prices that you've seen on the screen. Don't pay more than double than what I'm suggesting here in this. If you got the money, great. If that's your only option, great. This is just, a general rule, a guide of thumb, a subjective review to hopefully give you a little bit more insight into a blade that you may not have tried. So, in the blue corner, Gillette Silver Blue. Hey, that works. Sharpness 8, with 10 being the sharpest blade I've ever experienced and 1 being the least sharpest, because they're still razor blades. All of them will be designed for shaving. So even the least sharp is still going to be sharp. It's a razor blade. It'll cut you, okay? So 10 being the sharpest, I'm giving the Gillette Silver Blue an 8. That's going to be a great score in terms of sharpness. The Gillette Platinum in the red corner here on the right, a 7. Round 1 goes to the Gillette Silver Blue with a score of 8 to 7. Smoothness, Gillette Silver Blue, 7. 10 being the smoothest, 1 being a blade that just is going to tear you up and you're going to have a bad day. So, Gillette Silver Blue, 7. And the Gillette Platinum, I'm giving it a 9. So round 2 goes to the Gillette Platinum of 9 to 7. Durability. Overall, I really feel like this one is a dead tie. Gillette Silver is a tie. Gillette Silver Blue, a 9. The Gillette Platinum, a 9. So, stalemate on round 3. 4th and final round, value. Again, I went back and forth on this. The prices are extremely similar. I feel like that between the two of them, they're both an 8. Gillette Silver Blue and Platinum, both an 8. I knew this was going to be one of the toughest blade battles, which is why I decided to do it first. And they're two blades that I absolutely love. Absolutely love. I love these two blades. They're two of my favorites, even though you may not see them in all of my shave videos. They are. Total score, Gillette Silver Blue, 32. Total score, Gillette Platinum, 33. Blade Battles Episode 2 goes to Gillette Platinum. It's a little big thanks, my friends. With all my content, we're talking subjective opinions. I hope that this helps guys who have never tried blades before. We're going to get into, maybe some ones that you haven't tried. These are just two of the big industry standards. Gillette Silver Blue and Gillette Platinum are two of the darlings of the community. A lot of guys use them. A lot of guys love them. And so I wanted to go after the two of the big dogs first. I'll see you soon. I got a bunch of these ready to go. I've just been taking notes and taking notes and taking notes. That was probably too loud. Take care. I'll see you next time.